News alert on breaking developments from the U.S. Supreme Court. The justices have decided that they will take up their second major affirmative action case in less than a year. Brand new hour here of America Live. Welcome, everybody. I'm Megyn Kelly. We are already awaiting another big decision on the use of racial preferences in college admissions. In fact, the justices could hand down a ruling on that any day now. But now there's a new case, and there are new questions about what this latest move could ultimately mean for a controversial policy. Shannon Bream, live in Washington with more. Shannon?
Well, Megan, it's so interesting because you mentioned we are still awaiting another important case. The Fisher case was argued back in October of this term, and it's all about admissions policies at the University of Texas. A white student there sued because she didn't get a spot. She said she was discriminated against and said that the policies there are no good. They shouldn't use race to factor in, and that should be tossed out. Well, we've been waiting for months for that opinion from the court. We're still waiting to find out. So it did come as a little bit of a surprise today when we got the orders list from the court and found out they're taking up this additional affirmative action case, which won't be heard until the next term, which starts in October. But this one has to do with something that was passed by voters in Michigan in 2006. I want to read this to tell you, get the wording right for you. It basically tells schools there in Michigan they shall not discriminate against or grant preferential treatment to any individual or group on the basis of race, sex, color, ethnicity, or national origin. So basically, voters by a 58% to 42% margin back in 2006 in Michigan told the state schools there, you cannot use race in any part of your admissions policies. Well, they fought it through, and now it's going to end up at the Supreme Court. Backers of that proposal, it's called Proposal 2, have lost. And so it goes to the court now. And interestingly enough, in both these cases, Justice Kagan has had to sit out and recuse herself. So if it gets to a 4-4 vote, that lower court ruling will be the law.
All right, Shannon Bream, thank you.
You got it.
A little context for you now on affirmative action. That term was first used in 1961 in an executive order by President Kennedy. In 1978, the Supreme Court ruled race could be considered in college admissions. 25 years later, in 2003, the Supreme Court upheld the use of race as a factor in college admissions. But then in 2007, the court ruled that school districts cannot assign students to elementary, high school institutions to create racial balance. Quotas are not allowed, but race right now can be a factor. That's where the law stands. We shall see how it goes from here.